Our big thing that we were suffering with was lack of time. You could hear the calves bawling, definitely. Don't even hear them, no, not a thing. I'm Mark Sampson. I'm a farmer contractor in South Devon. We're rearing calves and hopefully fattening beef as that progresses. We're 300 acres of arable ground and we run a busy contracting firm. Years ago we had calves and we were milking back when I was at school. About 18 months ago. My daughter was very interested in doing it and being supportive and not really wanting to be too involved in agriculture. I couldn't help myself. We got some calves in and she took to it really well, and I actually took my herdsman sort of side back again and really enjoyed it. We had a standard boiler on the side, whisking up milk in buckets, measuring and weighing powder. Very time consuming and very messy. We soon got to a point we had 150 calves here to be fed, and I was getting a lot of pressure to make things a bit easier. So started looking into the automatic milk feeders, looking onto YouTube, find a lot of information on there, and JFC really stood out to me. We made contact with JFC. We soon had a site visit, and the truth of the matter is the way the system works with the captive 300 mils of milk in the machine at all times at the right temperature, the right consistency, but all of those things, then the machine is doing a far better job than we would do ourselves. You know, the reality of that is we've definitely seen an improvement of our finishing of calves. We've been really pleased with it. Our contact for JFC was Dairy Farm Services. Paul was brilliant. Literally the guys that came and fitted everything, nothing was a problem. I would say they arrived on site 10 o'clock. By lunchtime we had calves ready to go in. Really simple process, really easy. And since then, in our last 6 months or so having the machines, I think I've only made 2 phone calls and both issues have been fixed on the phone, and it's never more than an hour or so and we've got a response. Even on a Sunday night 10 o'clock it will be, hang on, let me get back to you, and something happens, and I can't fault that. We would hope to have them annually or 6 months to come check through the machines, make sure everything's okay. Yeah, I've got no concerns at all with its longevity, and certainly them backing it up has been faultless so far. The traffic light system, that does give you the reassurance. It's very easy to click on the button and actually see what they fed. As soon as we get a red, we soon check that animal in particular, check what volume they've taken, and all of a sudden we can administer anything that they need to, or just make a note to keep an eye on them. The phone app and the computer itself in the machine, very easy to work. I'm not particularly computer literate and I've got the hang of it very quickly. My daughter is very good at it and I can talk pretty much anyone through it now after a very short period. It just gives us that reassurance that everything is okay. But if you want to check between pens, between calf numbers, between cycle days, you can tap on each individual one and it orders them for you. You look down through and you can find it. And I think the biggest thing that I've noticed was, you know, we've got varying ages of calves. Within that, you certainly get a different size of calves. So therefore different appetites. Very difficult then to be able to monitor what they're taking out of each feeder. The bigger calves were getting more, the little ones were falling behind, and if you weren't careful there were some animals that were feeling a bit under weather. They were only having half the milk what they should have done. Whereas now they can go up, the machine works 3 8-hour periods, they can go up 2 or 3 times up to the maximum for that 8-hour period, and we tend to find everything's just a lot more relaxed. They're not excited when we arrive, they're not expecting humans to come and feed them. It's just a lot quieter and a lot more stress-free for them, I think. But the reassurance knowing that they're fed well and they're fed appropriately at the right time certainly gives us that comfort. So we've gone through a few weaning processes and we've got to something now which we're fairly happy with, which we actually ramp up over 7 days. We then go to maximum yield, which would be nearly 10 litres per 24 hours, 50 days at that, and then we run down over 3 weeks, but we run down very gently over a longer period. However, I think our finished product was a lot more consistent overall, a lot more consistent. I don't see any issues with it at all. Every farm's slightly different. I can only speak as we found, and we've been very impressed and we've definitely made the right choice.